Hello guys, welcome back in JFXTreeTableView part 2 video tutorial. So as for we have seen in my previous video, we have created the JFXTreeTableView with the help of Fxml. Then we have added the columns inside the table view. In this video tutorial, we will discuss about the adding the data inside the JFXTreeTableView. So we have to follow these steps. Okay, so first we need a data model. The data model means we have to create a class that will have the properties and that will have the getter and setter methods. Okay, I will show you. In the second point, we have to create the observable list and then we have to prepare the data with the help of data model. Okay, so we will create the objects of the data model and then we'll put inside the observable list and we will move to the next. The third point. In the third point, we have to connect the property with the column name. Okay, so I will show you. Now come on the fourth point. So in the fourth point, we have to create the recursive tree item object. Okay, we have to create the recursive tree item object with the data list. Okay, so data, I mean to say that we have created the observable list at point number 2 that will be used in creation of this recursive tree item. Okay, in the fifth point, then we add this recursive tree item object inside the table view. So let's get started. Okay, so minimize it and let me remind you what we have done. I have given the link of the same example project, so you can download it from there and just import in your NetBeans ID, so you will have the same thing, so you can continue with this video. So guys, we have done so far, we have this JFXTreeTableView and we have created these 3 columns and we have added the columns inside the table view. Now we have to do the first point. We have to create a data model. So guys, if you have seen my previous video on table view, so there I have created the person class, so I will use the same class, so don't worry about that. So here in my NetBeans projects, I have this person class available, so I will just copy from here and I will paste inside this current project. So right here we got this. This is the person class. So guys, the point you have to note down that this is the data model class, but we have to do a little bit changes in case of we are using this data model in JFXTreeTableView. So what we have to do, we have to do a simple change. So here public class person and then we have to extends recursive tree object. Okay, and now here in the generic we have to give the person. Okay, okay guys, so we have copied here, so we have to do some modification right here because we are not going to do the exactly same. So we have 3 columns, so we have 3 properties here. Okay, so the first variable, first name, last name and email we have created and we not required this one, so I will comment out. And here inside the constructor as well, we don't require this thing and we can leave the rest of the thing as it is. And here we don't require this properties, getter or setter. Okay, now it is okay. So we have done small changes, like now the person class extends recursive tree object class. Okay, and we removed this one because this has no use in this example, and these are the normal getter and setters. Okay, So just save this file once again. So guys, we have created the person class. So this is the data model, the first point we have completed. Now moving to the second point. Now here we have to create the observable list and we have to prepare the data. Okay. So to do that, you have to go back inside the Fxml document controller.java file. Okay. Now here we will create the person. So I have already created in my previous video, so I have saved the code and I will use the existing code. So I will copy from here. So right now just paste it here. Okay, just wait. So here we have to create the observable list, and the objects we are storing of type person, and here I will declare it. So but it is not showing that the class. Now we have to do an import for that. So the import is done. Okay, and now still add this line. Okay, we are getting this message again. We have to do an import for this fx collections. Okay, so guys, what we have done right now, we have created this observable list that is storing the person objects. Okay, so now here's the data is equal to fx collections dot observable list. Okay, and inside the observable list, in this method we have to pass the objects of the data model. So right here we have created this person.java and these are the same objects. We are simply using the person class constructor and we passing these values inside the constructor. Okay, is it clear to you? I think this is clear now. So this was same as I have described in my previous videos of the table views. So I have given the lots of examples. I have described more clearly what we have done. So you can go through those videos as well and you can come back here and continue this video. So you will get the good understanding why we are doing this thing. So it's simple. Okay. So we have created this person object, we have added in, then we placed a comma, and then again we have created the next object. In this way we have created 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 objects. Okay, so why we are using this? These are the rows. You can say that we preparing the data. So what we are going to display inside the JFX tree table view, so that will be a person object. So each row will represent a person object. Okay guys, so that's why we have created these things. So now the table will show these 8 rows. Okay, so let me come back to the list. So we have created the observable list and we prepared the data. So we have completed these 2 points. Okay, now in the third point we have to connect the property with the columns. Okay, if you have seen my previous video on the table view, so you will be clear on this point. If you are the new user, don't worry about that. It's really simple. I will tell you now. So what we have to do, we have to use these things. One second, let me copy. So here we have to use the column name. So you can see there we have created this first column name, and then we will use this set value factory. So we are using the set value factory to tell So what kind of data going to display inside this column? So that's why we connected with the help of this. So we have created the object new tree item property value factory, and this is of person type, and the data is string, and the property which is first name. So the first name will return the data that will be displayed inside this column. So in this way we have connected this property with the column. So we have to do an import. I think the class is not visible. Okay, so right here I'm doing import statement and everything is set. Okay guys, we have only 3 columns, so I have deleted the last one. So come back here in the second. So in the similar way as we have done in the first, so this is the second column. The second column is last name column dot set cell value factory, and inside that we have created this object tree item property value factory, and then we have passed here the name. Okay, so this is the name. So the property, the last name property is connected to this column. So the last name, the string data will be displayed inside this column. In the same way we have connected this email column. I hope this is clear to you. So one second, come back here in the person. I will show you. This is the first name, last name, email. The same thing I have used here. So this is the variables we have created. This is simple string properties, the first name, last name, email. The same thing I have used here. Okay. So we have connected the property with the column. So, and we have completed this point number 3. And now we have to create the recursive tree item object. Okay, with the help of data list. So, okay, just minimize it and I will show you. So we have created this data till now. Okay, now here we will create a recursive tree item object. Okay, so you have to use this line. Just wait. So we have to create the tree recursive tree item object. So we have to do import. Okay, so the import statement is done and the error is gone now. So in this way you have to create the recursive tree item, and here we have to pass the data. Then data is observable list, that is holding the person objects. Okay, so the same data list we have to pass here, and it will create the recursive tree items. Okay, and we will get this object finally. And now here in the last step, okay, so let me show you. So we have created a recursive tree item object with the data list, and now in the 5th point we have to set inside the tree table view. So how we will do that? It's simple. So we have this object tree table view, and now I will use it here, tree table view dot set root. So you have to use this method set root, and you have to pass this object. That okay, this is the object of tree item. So we have to pass it here. Okay, and one more thing we have to do. We are going to display the multiple items inside the JFX tree table view, but here we have to do one thing. We have to restrict by disabling the root item. Like, we have to use one more thing. We have to do like this: set show root method, and here we have to pass so here we have to write the false. Okay, so we have to give the boolean value, so we will give the false it here. Okay, now we have done all 5 points and it is all set. Now it is ready to run. Okay guys, and first I will take a clean build of the existing project. So this is our project, and do a clean build. Okay, the build is successful. Now come here on this file and do a right click and choose the run file. Here's our stage. Okay guys, so this is stage, and as you can see that data is populated successfully. And how many rows we have? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and 8. Okay, so as I have described you here, this is the data that we have prepared, and the same data is displaying inside this JFXTreeTableView. So if the first one is Jacob, second Isabella, Ethan, Emma, Michael, Ralph, Rachel and Ruby. Okay guys, so this was the example to add the data inside the JFXTreeTableView. So this data is displaying perfectly. So let me review one more time what we have done, or I will tell you the all step. So first we have created the tree table columns. So we have three columns in this table. So we have created these three objects. Okay, after that we have this reference object that is coming from the Fxml, and with the help of get column, and we did the add all methods, and we passed these three columns inside. Okay, so line 50 is adding all these three columns inside the table view. So now we have added the column. In the next step we have created the data with the help of observable array list. Okay, and inside that we have created the person objects, and these person objects are the rows for the table view. Okay guys, so we have created these 8 objects and added inside this observable array list. Okay, after that we have connected the column with the property. So this statement is required to connect. Okay, in the same way we have connected all these 3 columns with the properties like first name, last name and email. After that we have to do one more thing, in which we have to create the recursive tree item object. So we will use this data. This is the data list, that is the observable array list. Okay, and this is a recursive tree object and get children. So this is performing the main thing. So you have to use this line to get the object of recursive tree item. Okay, once we get this root object, okay, then we have to use the setRoot method, and we will pass this root method inside. Okay, so here line number 79, we are setting this root object inside the table view. Once we have done this thing, we have to do one more thing, because we're going to show that 8 rows inside the JFXTreeTableView, just like a simple table view. To do that, you have to use this line, TableView.set show root false. Okay, so that was the whole thing we have done to add the data inside the JFXTreeTableView. So guys, if you have still any doubt, so please comment below. I will try to reply as soon as possible. And guys, if you found this video useful, so please share and like this video, and please subscribe my channel for more videos. And don't forget to watch the next part of this video series. In that video, I will tell you how you can add the items inside the table as a tree structure. So we will discuss more on the next video.